What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Yesterday, as you saw, we went ahead and put Billy's new IRD billet carburetor on, and we fired it up. It sounded perfect, like right out of the box. It was just crisp and wonderful. We thought it was perfect. We took it up the road and put it on low boost just to check things out, and it was a little bit on the lean side. And I called John, and John says he would like for us to send that carburetor back. He wants to look at a couple things and make a few minor adjustments. So today, we got to put the old carburetor back on. So we were planning on going to Marion tomorrow to test with the new carburetor. That's not going to happen. However, I'm going to try and convince Billy to go test tomorrow with the old carburetor because last year when we were racing at Marion, only for the last couple of races did we have our suspension travel modification made. And since then, we've put a new wing on the truck, and we've made a few other little minor changes that I think have added up to significant improvements. The surface at Marion out the back is difficult. And if we can run 130 on a starting line that's absolutely garbage, I just can't wait to see what we're able to do at Marion when we can actually go 120 something 60 foot. So we're going to go ahead and put the little carburetor back on, the little 750 CSU, and see how things go. I want to make a few little adjustments to the float levels and maybe the fuel pressure. We've always had a little trouble with it with boosters dribbling, a little too high fuel pressure, maybe a little too high of a float setting. So I want to address that today. Let's get started. Okay, so we've got our caps on the regulator. The two additional lines have been capped off. And let's see, let's just go ahead and recheck our fittings on the carburetor. Oh, see, I forgot to tighten those. Good thing I checked. So as we fired the truck up, I continuously checked the boosters to see if I had any fuel dribbling, and eventually we had a little bit of fuel running out of the front boosters. So I made some adjustments on the float levels and eventually turned the fuel pressure down 2 or 3 pounds from our initial setting of 10 PSI. And eventually I got the fuel to quit dribbling out of the boosters. So hopefully this solves Billy's problem of constantly having to turn the fuel pump on and off every once in a while. Keep the engine from flooding. So I think I've got the carburetor situation straightened around where it's ready to go for tomorrow. Let's go see what Vicky's up to. She's been pestering me about something. I better go in and check in with her. Where's Grandma? Where is she? What you doing, squirrely?
I got an hour and 15 minutes left until I can resume cookie making.
Oh, good grief. All right, so I got Billy's other carburetor put back on. The black one had a little problem, so we're going to send it back, and that guy's going to make some corrections to it.
Oh, you got to send it back?
Yeah.
So will you still go testing tomorrow? Or
Yeah,
no?
we're going to go test with a small carburetor on a little bit more boost. I made some changes to it, and we'll see what it does.
All right. Hey, can you fix my Suburban?
What did I tell you?
You said
earlier.
you were busy.
I am. I was, and I will. I will fix your Suburban.
I have errands.
I understand that. It never fails. I'm out here trying to work and I'm trying to record videos and edit. And my wife, God love her, blows my phone up. She can't send just one text message with all the information. She'll send one line and then 2 lines and then 1 line and then maybe one more. I love her to death, but God have mercy, can she drive me crazy? Your Suburban is ready.
Thank you.
Do you love me?
I do.
How much? I think that truck's in pretty good shape. All we got to do now is move some ballast around. We got to change our weight ballast in the back for Marion. If we left all the weight that's in it in there, it would probably be on the bumper. So we'll do that later tonight, maybe when Billy comes around. Speaking of Billy, he's over at Molly's shop. Maybe I ought to go check on them kids. See how they're doing on that Mustang. Weasel Pig. What are you doing, Weasel Pig? Huh? Look at at this.
Figuring it out.
Weasel pig. Weasel pig, weasel pig. Looks good. Blow-proof bell housing.
Yeah. It's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
This is the smaller one, I'm guessing. This is a mess now.
I don't know.
So let's just start over with this. What, go ahead and clean that up. Those bolts that she's got will be okay for tonight to let the silicone set up, but ultimately you want to put a little bit longer bolt in it.
Yeah. There should be some longer ones somewhere in that.
All right. Where's your silicone at? Okay. Come over here. I want to show you something. So what I'm going to tell you to do is just put you a thin bead of silicone all the way around this, and then stick the gasket to it up here, and then you just put your bolts through your thermostat housing, and you just thread them right in, and this thing won't fall off.
What?
Did he tell you different?
I asked him if I should do that, and he told me no.
No, see, it's got this groove recessed for this O-ring.
Yeah.
Okay, that takes place of the gasket. You don't need to have the gasket and the O-ring.
Okay.
And you really don't even need the silicone.
Okay.
All I would do is just go ahead and put that gasket,
Back on there.
yeah, back up in there, recess that back up in there, and you're ready to go. As
You
long as,
Do I still put silicone in there?
you can. It's got enough silicone in it. That O-ring should seal it just fine. That's probably better than the gasket. So anytime you see a recessed place for an O-ring,
Yeah.
you won't need a gasket. This is for a factory thermostat housing, and this is an aftermarket that uses an O-ring, so you don't need that.
Okay. I'm not.
You gonna try and start it tonight?
Yeah, I mean, if I silicone that water pump, I think it's fine.
Have you went to get any E85 yet?
We got a little bit at our house, but
Do we have any idea how much is in the gas tank?
it's probably pretty close to full.
So you'll need to gather up enough cans to pump the tank out. And then I would just put like 5 gallons of E85 in it to get it started.
Yeah.
Maybe put like 5 gallon in it and run that out, and then top it off with some fresh fuel. You guys ready to set it in there?
Lift it up.
Question, real quick. Did you set that down and reverse the chain on that engine plate yet?
No,
Or are you trying to fight it?
we'll set it down.
I mean, it's up to you guys, but generally what I would do is turn it around the way it needs to be, set it down, unhook the chain, and then hook the chain back up so that it's not trying to spin the engine around on you every time you let go of it. You're about out of room, kid. How hard is it trying to turn?
Pretty hard.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and set it on the ground and reverse the chain so it's not trying to fight you guys as you're setting it in. Set it down a little bit more. That's it right there. Okay, now go ahead and go ahead and loosen the chain. Let the chain hang free. There you go. Now you're good. Now when you go to set it in there, it's not trying to turn on you and pinch your fingers every time you take your hands off of it. All right.
Billy likes to do things violent.
Oh, yes, he does. It's Chuck Billy under the bus day. Ow, ow, that's my nose. Ow.
It's probably 3/4.
You got it in there. How you doing?
I gotta take all these off to get the headers in there.
What's that? Oh, the plug wires?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, actually,
I think the header should be able to come up from the bottom.
yeah, I think they should. I don't think I have to, actually, since he's got them tied up like that.
Yeah, just put the headers up from the bottom. Aren't you glad I came?
Yes. I was about to text Tanner and Zach. That thing looks like it might be annoying.
Weasel Pig's helping. What?
I don't think you're gonna be able to get it around that. No.
Weasel Pig. Are you a helper, Weasel Pig? I'm afraid somebody's gonna step on her one of these times. Weasel Pig. You getting it?
Yep.
I think this side will go up in there, but I need to take them spark plug wires off from that side.
Just pull the plug wires off.
I think so.
My side or your side?
Passenger side. Here, let me pull these plug wires off.
That one's loosened. What?
You may have to pull the plugs out and do it without breaking them. I don't know. Hang on. So you see how I've got one header bolt in the rear and one header bolt in the front?
Mm-hmm.
All right, little life hack for you. Now you got two sets of holes here. One's for a Windsor and one's for 302, one's for 351. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna notch that gasket just like that.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing on this side. Now what that's going to allow you to do is take the header gasket and slide it down in on the end bolts, and that self-aligns all the rest of your header bolts, so you don't have to fight it. Except you got plug wires in the way. So we managed to get the passenger side header in easily, but the driver's side was another story. So I had the kids pull the driver's side motor mount bolt out, and we raised the engine up on that side to give a little bit more room to get the header in. Pull the motor up some more.
How do I need to move these?
We need to take the plug wires off.
Do I need to number them?
No, they're number 1. See, as they go down the loom, see, this is the first one, the second one, the third one, and the fourth one back. So that's an easy way to remember. Careful. All right, now go ahead and pull the... You get it?
Yeah, I think when you tighten that header up, it'll come away from that cable.
Well, I'm hoping, but there's no...
Kind of came apart a little.
It'll work with that new transmission.
No. The only other one they had was an orange one, and they had to order it special.
Yeah. We'll have to find one at Summit.
So this was the one that.
All right, well, I'm gonna head home for now.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It has to go up.
That's the hardest part, is getting it down in there and getting the headers in it. All right, I'm leaving. Be careful. Don't step on Weasel Pig. Where is she? Oh, she's in her bed. I'll see you guys after a bit. Stop out so we can get that weight bar out.